Peter, it's been nearly 2,000 years since you walked with Jesus. Millions know your story. Few know what it actually felt like. What was it like?
Well, I wasn't looking for God. I was looking for fish. I was an ordinary fisherman trying to provide for my family. Then this rabbi walked onto my shoreline, and somehow he knew me, not just my name.
Did you know he was this Messiah person?
Not even close. I knew there was something different. He wasn't impressed by important people. He wasn't trying to build a religious empire. He wasn't recruiting the smartest men. Honestly, looking back, our group wasn't very impressive. A tax collector everyone hated, political zealots, fishermen, young men with more questions than answers. If someone were starting a movement to change the world, we wouldn't have made the team.
Why do you think Jesus chose you?
For years, I thought he chose us because of what we could become. Now, I think he chose us because he loved us before we became anything. That's very different. Jesus simply asked me to come with him, I did. And that love he had got inside me.
What surprised you most?
The time he spent with us. People today think the miracles changed us. They helped, but they weren't what transformed us. Living with him did. 3 years, walking, eating, laughing, traveling, watching him respond to criticism, watching him forgive, watching him love people everyone else avoided. Transformation happened because we experienced him over and over and over again.
So it wasn't mostly his teaching?
His teaching was incredible, but honestly, many times we didn't understand it. Sometimes we'd listen, look at each other and think, what did he just say? But his life explained his words.
Tell us about failures with Jesus.
Well, I argued about who would be greatest. I doubted, I misunderstood. I cut off a man's ear trying to defend Jesus. Then, when he needed me most, I denied even knowing him 3 times. Imagine hearing a rooster crow and realizing your greatest fear about yourself was true. I thought I was brave. Turns out I wasn't.
And Jesus' response to you?
That's the part people need to hear. He didn't shame me. He didn't replace me. Remember when he called me the rock on which he was going to build his church? After what I did? Wow, after the resurrection. He cooked breakfast. The Son of God, making breakfast. Then he asked me 3 times, do you love me? Not a word about the bad stuff. He restored me through relationship. He changed my life.
Many Christians today think spiritual growth is mostly reading the Bible, praying, and attending church. What would you tell them?
Those things matter, but remember, we had something many people overlook. We had each other. Jesus didn't train me privately. He trained us together. He knew we'd irritate each other, challenge each other, reveal each other's pride, expose fears. That's where growth happened. We became mirrors for one another, sometimes painfully so.
So the 12 disciples were almost like a small group?
Yes, exactly. A very messy small group. People imagine us glowing with halos. No. We argued, misunderstood, competed, misjudged people, wanted revenge, wanted recognition, wanted power. Jesus didn't wait until we became mature before loving us. His love made maturity possible.
Jesus' greatest lesson?
Safety. That surprises people. Because around Jesus, you could tell the truth. You could admit weakness. You could ask foolish questions. You could fail. You could cry. You could doubt. And somehow, you were still loved. That kind of safety changes people. Fear hides. Love gently reveals.
You've lived long enough to watch churches develop after Jesus returned to heaven. Is there anything you fear we've forgotten?
Where are all the Jesus groups, where people are real with each other and help each other do life together? What Jesus created was a safe group, where all of us were real without fear of getting thrown out for bad behavior. I mean, he'd let me carry my sword around. I cut a guy's ear off, and he didn't take it from me. The church needs safe, loving, grace-filled Jesus groups. I mean, it is what the Trinity team decided on to show us humans. And look what it did for me and the others. We changed the world.
If Jesus walked into a church today, what do you think he would spend his time doing?
Exactly what he did then. He'd pick 12 ordinary people, eat meals with them, listen, ask questions, tell stories, laugh, confront pride gently, carry their burdens, teach them how to love, then send them to do the same, changing the world, one transformed relationship at a time.
If you could say one thing to every Christian watching today, what would it be?
Don't be afraid of being fully known. That's where healing begins. I denied Jesus. Thomas doubted him. James and John chased power. Matthew carried shame. None of us would have passed a religious entrance exam. But Jesus wasn't looking for polished people. He was looking for willing people. Find and stay close to people who will love you enough to tell you the truth. Don't run from your failures. Bring them into the light. That's where grace does its best work, I know. Because it happened to me.